My boy Justin ripping his bandolero. We're gonna go take this out for a cruise. What do you think, Justin?
This is absolutely unreal.
Isn't it?
I've never experienced anything like this in my entire life. It's like I'm flying a GoPro.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I'm flying a GoPro. It's really, really amazing.
Somewhere on the sea, it got a little longer, so it seems. I burned out, so to speak. Now come a little closer. I feel a little light in the light track. I felt a bit of bad, but I came back. There's still a little light in the light track. There's still a bit of good, so good. And I know just what to say. And I know just what to do. And I'm so sick of pain. But it's all too quick with you. Losing this game, I can't afford to be losing this game. And I know it's the safest bet. Losing my mind, can't find the words, no, I can't seem to find. But I'm really trying again. Reason, rhyme, let's take our time and choose. Whether we green or yellow, whether we deep or shallow. Please me now, cause we're about to lose. Whether we buy or hello, whether we stay or jello. Sometimes, funny me, you put a little bit of gasoline. I burned out, so to speak. Come a little closer. Here's some disclosure. Do you mind to quit your pretending? Truth or false, the shit never ending. Hear me now and stop condescending. You see I'm begging, you hear me begging. If you're sick for love, don't try to hide it. Find it deep inside and try to hide it. If there's a way, I wanna know we tried it. Quit your games and now that you denied it. Losing this game, I can't afford to be losing this game. And I know it's the safest bet. Losing my mind, can't find the words, no, I can't seem to find. But I'm really trying again. Reason, rhyme, let's take our time and choose. Whether we green or yellow, whether we deep or shallow. Please me now, cause we're about to lose. Whether we buy or hello, whether we stick or jello. I got room and make amends, but can't go through the same regrets. It could feel so good on mine. Not about love, again. And I know it's the safest bet.
All right, welcome back, guys. Part 2 of my DJI HD FPV Marmotte build, and this thing is a beast. So excited about this. So first off, I'll just kind of lay the groundwork. What I wanted to do was just kind of take this out, play with it a little while. It's been 5 days, almost 6 days. And I just want to give you some feedback in like 3 major areas, right? I want to kind of cover what you just watched and why I did it the way I did it. So that way it gives you a little bit of a perspective of, you know, what the video is actually like in the goggles. I'm not so worried about what's on the air unit because I'm going to use a GoPro anyway. And the quality of that is pretty good, but it lacks some of the features that you want, like super view and hyper smooth and things like that. But what I did want to talk about was, you know, commenting on the transmitter, what I thought about this, what I thought about the goggles in comparison to my Fat Sharks, and just kind of overall likes and dislikes. So let's kind of back up and talk about what you just watched. So I wanted to get a third party. I've been flying it about 4 or 5 days. I knew what it was capable of. I've flown it in beautiful weather. I've got some great video of some parks and trees and all kinds of great stuff. Did some range testing. And it performs really, really well, especially when it's sunny out and it's tough to make it look bad. But what I wanted to do was get a third party and do some range test and do some low light stuff so that way you could see what it's actually doing. I was impressed. I think by the video you could probably tell Justin was impressed. You know, I don't want to like this. It's just, the more I use it, the more I like it. So let's first just talk about kind of the low light and, you know, what you guys just witnessed. I liked focus mode, right? So focus mode takes basically that middle 3/5 of the screen, focuses all the effort there. You could see the degradation in the DVR video from the goggles when I did turn focus mode off. So bottom line, focus mode is great. I don't really need the edges, but what you did see was some really good penetration. That is a metal building, pretty far away, lots of foliage. We purposely actually faced the other direction while we were flying that way. So believe it or not, I tried to put this through some pretty rough testing. You know, is it inside of a giant factory downtown in Detroit? No. But I can tell you what I would experience in that exact instance with my Fat Sharks with rapid fire is pretty much a complete whiteout coming around that corner, and you can't even see the power lines. Go back and look at that video. You can see the power lines, you see Justin go by me, you can see everything, even though it's getting some pixelation. So again, I'm not going into this wanting to like it, just the more and more I use it, I just like it. So let's talk about some of the other things. You know, this was a great build. The air unit's fantastic. Let's just put this aside for a second. I love the Marmotte build. Very comfortable with it. Let's talk about the transmitter. Yeah, I put a stand on it. This thing's great. Fits a normal stand. The build quality on this is pretty remarkable. You know, I thought it would be toy grade, but it's really not. There's some really good features. I'm getting used to the gimbals, as you could tell. It is shaky. You know, part of that's me. I'm not a perfect or a professional pilot, but part of it is just kind of getting used to these gimbals. But build quality is great. It's got 4 switches, perfect, scrolly buttons. You know, all in all, I can't not like this either. Is it my beautiful Tyrannus over here? No, but it weighs less. When you look at it, you're talking, you know, a little over 700 grams compared to, you know, I think this is probably around 850, 860 grams. You know, is that a big deal? Not really. It's hanging on my neck. But, you know, this always felt delicate to me. This just doesn't feel toy grade delicate. You have to hold it. Do not go by what people on the forums that haven't played with this. You have to hold this thing because it is solid. Couple things that I really do like. Actually, I'm getting used to the gimbals. I do like this lock button. You know, I always worry about arming and shredding my fingers. if you press this lock button, it'll turn purple. That locks it out. There's no way the quad can arm. So I really liked that. I do like the scroll button because you can actually scroll through menu items. I can adjust saturation and exposure all inside of the app from my goggle view. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. And you can set these to pretty much do what you need it to do. Some of the other things I actually really liked too was in the back of here, if I peel these back, it's pretty easy to do. But if I peel these back, there's 2 screws here and there's 2 screws behind the battery compartment. And these control kind of how the stiffness of the gimbals, the ratcheting and everything else. On the Tyrannus, I actually had to take apart the whole entire thing to adjust the gimbals. And I don't know about you, but I wanted a little stiffer, take the ratcheting out, and a little, just a little smoother feel to me. And, you know, this was so easy to do. It was right here in the back of the battery, screwdriver, bang, bang, I can kind of get the feel. And now it feels pretty similar to where the Tyrannus is. So not a lot of complaints about this. I think it's like anything else, right? We just get used to so much. And you get consistent because you're flying these all the time. But this is different. It's just different. It's like, it'd be like me flying an X-Lite or, you know, one of the Turnigies, the Evolution. It's different. Will I like it? Well, over time, probably. And I think this is only going to get better. So just wanted to share some of that. A couple things that I'm working on. DJI has gotten back to me. They said I can connect with a 3.5 millimeter plug to my Mac. I can actually use it for the simulator. The USB-C to the Mac USB does not work. So I'm waiting for DJI to get back to me. I have a support request. We have had a conversation, and hopefully we're going to figure out how we can get this connected to the simulators. Because if we can't, that's a big no-no. Because the more time on sims with this, I think the better I'm going to like it. So that's kind of a transmitter situation. I do like the record button right here. When you do press record, it actually sets the record on the air unit as well as on the goggles. How many times have we forgot to set, you know, on the goggles or even your GoPro? So it's kind of nice. I mean, I wish it would set my GoPro too, but it doesn't. So I just don't have anything bad to say, guys. I don't want to be a fanboy, but you know, you heard it from Justin as well. This is pretty sweet. So let's back up a little bit and let's go about the goggles. So the build quality on this is fantastic. A lot of people don't realize this is aluminum, and I think that's just for heat dissipation. Does it look strange? Yeah, a little bit. I'm getting used to them. The IPD fits me fine. I've heard so many comments about how these things, oh, they won't fit my face, they won't fit my face, they won't fit my face. Guys, it's foam. They're going to add more foam to this, and it's going to be just fine. The same amount of complaints happened with the Fat Sharks when they first came out. Oh, they don't fit my face, they don't fit my face, they don't fit my face. Don't complain about light leak and other things. Once you put these on your face, you don't even notice light leak because the image is so incredibly awesome. So then we've got the SD card easily accessed, unlike my fat fingers that can't get in the middle of the Fat Sharks. And then, you know, you've got the USB-C right here. That's, I mean, everything's easily accessible. Power, you know, I've got my 5D joystick, my back button, and record. Again, record will actually set both the air unit and the goggles to record. And you've seen what the video is from the goggles. I will tell you, there's a bonus clip at the end. If you wait till the end, right before the subscription cards, I actually show you what it's like to fly at night with these. And I'm telling you, tune in. You're going to be blown away. It was, I don't even know what to say. It was amazing. So can't not like these either. I mean, they fit fine. The back strap's getting a little annoying. I'd rather have just a strap all the way around. But, you know, quite frankly, these things fit really good. I'm not really seeing a whole lot wrong with these. And I'd like to not like this, but I don't like that I can't put diopters in there. Obviously, I do wear glasses mostly for reading, but I would like to be able to put diopters in there. So, guys, you know, the more and more that I look at this, it's just about change. And, you know, the evolution of this technology, we'll be flying all HD in probably the next 12 to 24 months, right? DJI has pushed the envelope. It has forced the hand of many, many developers. I would love it if Fat Shark continued to make great products. I would love it if these companies, these smaller companies, would continue to push the envelope. But look, you got an $18 billion company pushing some tech down into this hobby. You can't not be excited by it. That's why I bought it. I didn't buy it to replace my everyday rigs. I bought it because this is cool. I've been in technology for 20 years. I have continually pushed the envelope in everything that I've done, especially when it comes to technology. And I was an early adopter. So, you know, what's going to happen? Where are we going to go from here? As more frames, I think, start to get developed for the air unit, I just think that I will ultimately, unless I find something in the next few weeks that really is a showstopper for me, I would consider switching my whole fleet. And I'll tell you why. Because now I went out and flew analog today with my Fat Sharks with HDOs with rapid fire. It's tough going back. You know, there's lots of video out there about video quality. There's lots of, you just saw some video about, you know, focus mode on, focus mode off, in low light situations. The quality is fantastic. The distance and penetration, I mean, again, all metal building, 5 feet off the ground. I'm facing the other direction, tons of trees. And I got a little bit of breakup. And again, it's about a learning process. A little bit of breakup for me in that digital aspect didn't really make me nervous. When I start getting a lot of breakup in analog, it does make me a little bit nervous. And part of that's you know, how long I've been flying. But I can tell you that I'm going to get used to that normal where it breaks up in analog. I'm getting used to where it breaks up in digital. So it's just a learning curve, and that's it. You know, there's lots of haters about this stuff, but guys, you can't not like this. Put it on your head and fly it. Now, I might probably, if I don't like the transmitter, I'm going to give it a shot for another couple months. If I don't like it, I'll move my rigs back to Crossfire and probably slap in some of these air units. I don't want to do that, but I can tell you, and I'm going to get a boatload of comments about people that want to, you know, sell me your HDO, sell me your Tyrannus, sell me. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leap in head first, push this thing as far as I can. If not, I'll come back. I always admit when I'm wrong. I'll come back to what I know is proven. But there is no way you can watch and fly and be in HD and then go to analog and say, this is just fine. It's not possible. Now, what I'll miss, let's talk about the dislikes. So what I'm not going to like is I can watch other people. I'll bring my Fat Sharks, but they can't watch me. And that is part of the community. And it is part of where we come together, you know, as you know, friendships grow and just the bond over FPV is watching other people. It's part of the excitement. You know, I flew alone for about the first year, but now that I've got people around me, it's really a big deal. You know, I think the other dislike would be really around the transmitter. And that might just be a learning curve. You know, the gimbals just don't feel as good as the Tyrannus one, but again, I can solve that by putting Crossfire. I also don't like, you know, just the overall weight of the headset. Although it feels comfortable, I think over time, even the ventilation, over time, maybe that's going to cause a problem. And, you know, maybe I won't like that as much going forward. You know, I don't know what else to say, guys. This is some pretty good stuff. And I see a lot of comments about it not, and I think you're wrong. So put it on your head, fly the thing, come back and tell me that you're not impressed. And I'll keep vlogging about penetration and range test. And, you know, I've crashed it a bunch of times. I'm not worried. You know, a camera's $59. What's that? $14 more than the one I buy now. Air unit, again, relatively inexpensive when you think about a VTX and an RX if I'm going to stay with the transmitter. Guys, we're making a big deal of nothing. If you like it, keep it. If you don't, throw it to the side. Wait for Frostbite, Bite Frost, whatever it's going to be, which I'm excited about. I'll buy it. I'll buy that too, and I'll fly that, and whoever wins is what will probably stay in my stack, or stay in my fleet. All right, guys. Enjoy this bonus clip. Please like and subscribe. I really enjoy doing this. If I could tell you what I learned today, just about audio gain and, you know, how to do lower thirds and Premiere. I mean, all this stuff just pushes me to learn more, especially as I'm getting into video editing, color grading, and other things. So please like and share. I would really appreciate it. Subscribe, and I'll keep putting out some stuff. If you like it, drop me a note. give me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. So guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on the other side.
All right, proof positive. It's almost dark. Look at this. The moon is out.
Not in here.
And I just want to talk to you guys about what it looks like. Hey, can I show them what it looks like in the goggles? So this is, it is completely like you're flying during the day. I mean, this is insane. I don't even know what to explain. It's only on the standard setting. There is an LED setting and a race setting. I think the race setting is even brighter. And if you hit the top left dial, it actually will set it to race as well. But I mean, guys, it's dark out here. I mean, you can't even see the quad, and it looks, it's like one of those owls from Run Cam. Anyway, I wanted to share that, guys. This is just another aspect of this thing that's pretty cool. I'll also show you since it is nighttime. So I'll show you, that's pretty cool. You can actually see on the side of his head the giant 4. So he's Racer 4. What's it look like in the goggles?
It's insane. It's a little bit more pixelated.
Yeah, I turned focus mode off because I thought, let's try it without focus mode. Now focus mode is gonna try to move all the effort to the center of the screen, so it does give you a little more pixels. But how many bars you got?
4.
Yeah. Cool. Alright guys, I want to show you that it's nighttime. We're still flying this thing, and it's like it's daylight in those goggles. It's insane.
Now